Welcome to Leisure Gamer Network, a home for working professionals, students, parents, or anyone else with a passion for gaming but have time constraints on when you can play. We review games after an hour of gameplay to see if they grabbed our attention and are worth your time playing. By now you've probably heard the buzz around the Uncharted series, since the third installment is due out this fall. In 2007, Naughty Dog launched Uncharted: Drake's Fortune, the first title in the series, and if you missed it, don't worry, we had two up until this point. The game follows Nathan Drake, a fortune hunter who discovers clues to a historical treasure laid within his ancestors' remains. This sends him on a global quest through jungles and temples in search of untold wealth. Drake is joined by a cast of likable characters, including his partner Sullivan, and a spunky reporter named Elena.
Do you know how to use one of these?
Yeah, it's like a camera. You point and shoot, right?
At first, Drake seems a little overconfident, even laughing at his own jokes, but he settles down within the first chapter and quickly becomes a likable lead role. The story feels like a blockbuster action-adventure movie and is told through cinematic cutscenes and in-game narrations by Drake. Linear platforming is the core gameplay mechanic as you explore exotic locations and ancient ruins. Drake's platforming movements are visceral as he slams into a wall while landing a jump or as he rolls out of a fall. This gives a realistic feel to his athleticism and is complemented by an appropriate grunt when he lands a tough jump. The occasional puzzle must also be solved by using clues inside Drake's journal. The combat, which consists of cover-based gunfights and hand-to-hand combat, is interspersed between the platforming. Enemies can quickly inflict damage, and since Drake's health regenerates, it's imperative to move between cover. If necessary, Drake can blind fire behind cover in order to repel enemy advances, but it's better to conserve your ammo and line up the shot. A nice addition is the ability to switch the shoulder Drake is aiming from, a feature not always present in other third-person shooters. It's a shame we didn't play Uncharted when it launched back in 2007, because the visuals would have been something to experience, especially on the fledgling PS3. Still, in 2011 the game is gorgeous, not just in the sense of graphics, but also in atmosphere. The colors of the lush jungles and the crumbling ruins are extremely vibrant and stand out against other desaturated visuals in contemporary games. The setting is definitely one of the game's strongest aspects. However, that doesn't come without consequence. There are some texture pop-ins, and while Drake's movements look fluid, he doesn't always interact with the world correctly. If you're jumping onto an obtuse object, he'll climb it just like he would a right-angled object. Small sound bites of the jungle speckle the game as you interact with the world, and they add to the overall atmosphere of the game. Drake will speak aloud during a gunfight or during a difficult platforming sequence, which makes his character more believable as he shares his excitement or apprehension.
No!
The musical score also seems straight out of a summer blockbuster and is filled with exotic sounds and orchestral movements. As with the sound design, small musical riffs are frequent and add to the suspense and excitement. Uncharted has 4 difficulty settings, although the last one is locked on your first playthrough. A manual save feature is included, but the autosave keeps your progress current. Uncharted earns the rating of standard for difficulty. You'll rarely have difficulty deciphering where to jump next during your platforming, and the puzzles we've encountered so far hardly took any effort. If you die during platforming, you'll respawn at the start of the sequence, leading to only a few seconds of replaying. Some longer platforming sequences even have checkpoints halfway through, so you won't have to start from the beginning if you die. The combat is the more difficult part, but still won't be much of an issue unless you get ambushed while on cover, or get stuck to a section of cover while maneuvering Drake, which can easily happen. I had more fun playing the game on the hard setting to add some extra challenge to the combat. If you do die during combat, you'll respawn at the start of the fight, much like the platforming. However, it takes longer to replay the gunfights, so expect a few extra minutes each time. The story is fun and strangely lighthearted in regards to its approach to violence.
Okay, what's going on?
Pirates.
Drake doesn't even seem concerned that a tremendous amount of people are shooting at him from the very start of the game.
Here we go.
Don't expect the game to present any heavy narrative concepts, and there doesn't seem to be any historical truth to the narrative either. I was hoping to learn real facts about these exotic worlds, but nonetheless the fiction is still entertaining. Since the story requires little effort to understand, and the autosave feature is so prevalent, Uncharted earns the rating of afternoon for time commitment. If you take the time to hunt for hidden treasures, bonus content is unlocked, such as behind-the-scenes videos. These are an excellent addition, and I highly recommend you take the time to watch them. They show Naughty Dog's passion for the series and helps you appreciate the game more.
So we took all of this stuff and then started to look at how we might be able to reinvent it for the 21st century.
Playing as Nathan Drake allows me to vicariously relive my childhood dream of jet-setting around the world and exploring exotic locations. The environments couldn't be any more atmospheric and vibrant. While the game does have some minor technical issues, and the story could be considered shallow, I enjoyed my first hour and will absolutely keep playing. The mixture of platforming, combat, and the likable cast of characters makes it a really enjoyable game to play.
I can't leave you alone for a minute, can I?
I had everything under control until they blew up the boat.
For your own thoughts on the game, post in the comment section below, and remember to subscribe to become part of the Leisure Gamer Network. Till next time, enjoy gaming.
Talented Elena Fisher.
Flattery will get you screen time.
Yeah, I'm more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. Victor Sullivan.
For Christ's sakes.